It's hard to believe that about a year ago we reviewed the Arxtic Air Pure Chill, and now look what happens. They come out with a 2.0. Let's open this up to see what the differences are between the 2.0 and the original Arxtic Air Pure Chill. Welcome back to another Jeff Reviews for you. And I know what you're thinking. Did they really come out with another Arxtic Air product that looks just like the product from last year? That they did, and we're going to look at it right here in this video. Let's get right into the review. Here we have the Arxtic Air Pure Chill, the original one right here on the left, and the 2.0 is on the right. So first initial difference we see is the original had almost like a translucent plastic area on top, where the new 2.0, this is actually plastic. They both have the water reservoirs on top, although the new one is a little different. I guess this is to allow you quick and easy ice access, where this one you had to take off the top that way. A cosmetic difference here on the 2.0 is, I don't know if you can see it right there, let me see if I get the best angle. These vent blades here, or this cover, is actually speckled, where the other one is just a plain gray. Another notable difference between the original Arxtic Air Pure Chill and the 2.0, the original one only has two buttons on the top, and that is the fan speed and the light. I know you can't see it from that angle, whereas the 2.0 actually has 4 buttons. Let's take a close-up. Well, this one you can tell is our low, medium, and high for the fan. On this side we have our lights. Well, these two buttons are absolutely new. This plus button right here is actually a turbo mode, and then of course this one that looks like a snowflake, that is actually our high cooling mode. You can either do high cooling or low cooling, so that'll be interesting to see how that works. As we look on the back, we see a lot of similarities, but there is one huge difference between the 2.0 and the original, and that is the plug for the power source. The original power source was a proprietary plug, and if you lose that plug or you lost it, you're done. This thing doesn't even work anymore. Well, this one is a USB-C power port, which I think is absolutely an amazing upgrade. Here we are looking at the inside, and I remember when I first did the review of the Arxtic Air Pure Chill, I noticed that it said Arxtic Air Ultra on the inside, and I even said, man, they just scalped parts from their original products and put them out and renamed them and sold them as a new thing. But if you look at the difference, this one actually says Arxtic Air Pure Chill on the inside, and it does look a little different on the inside, so I'm excited to see some advancements there as well. Here we are plugged in and ready to roll. I should say that this cord was 6 feet long, so that gives you a lot of portability and different possibilities, putting on a desk, next to a bed or whatnot, so that is pretty convenient. I will say, as I've been moving the Arxtic Air Pure Chill 2.0 around, I've noticed that the feet on this particular unit have been marking up this table, something fierce, so I'll have to see if that comes out later, but I really want to test this out and all the different features. Let's do that now. Now for the moment of truth, I'm going to turn this on. So our first, when we click it on, it goes on high automatically. And so you have high, you have medium, you have low, and then you have off again. If I want to use the turbo mode, I actually have to be on high, because listen, let's listen to the fan speed. It's almost just like it went on ultra high. So there's an ultra high, a high, a medium, a low, because if I want to go down to like the middle one, I can't click the turbo because it'll automatically put me back to the top. I'll show you. All right, you can see that I have these 3 lights right there. If I click turbo, this light lights up, but then it also puts me into high mode. So you can only run turbo off of high. This button right here is our cooling button. We click it once and both these lights light up, and that is high cool. We click it again, it goes down to low cool, and then of course the third time, and the cooling part, well, it looks like it shuts off. We will look into that in just a minute. And this right here is our lighting button, and as you click it, the lights will change. I'll show you what that looks like from the front. As we're clicking through all the different colors, I do like the lighting that this provides while you run it on, but also if you don't like it, you can turn it off altogether. We are going to do our best to get a good reading of how cool the air coming out of the Arxtic Air Pure Chill 2.0 really is. I do have a thermostat, or thermometer I should say, right to the front, and this should detect the air coming out. I'm hopeful this will give us an accurate reading. Let me fill this up with water. I do appreciate the reservoir. The directions tell us we could run this up to 10 hours while it still have water. After that, you'll have to fill it up again. Let's turn this on. I'm not going to have the filter in it just yet. We will test it with the filter. I just want to see what's going on inside first. When you first turn it on, both of these lights for the ultra cool are lit, and that's why we have that mist. Let me show you what happens when we turn that off. Right now you can still see that mist. I'm going to click it once to lower it down, and then of course the second time to shut it off completely. So when you turn off the cooling feature, you no longer have that mist coming out. And that's a new feature with the Arxtic Air Pure Chill 2.0. You could not do that on the original version. I should show you there are some default settings. Like right now I have it on full or on high, and of course it's on the high chill. So if I lower this down to like the medium, one of those chill levels lower. Now I can manually bring that back up, but as you bring it down, it lowers it all by itself. So we're just getting a little temperature check. I'm hoping this works out the way I think it does. Right now it's telling us that we have about 72 degrees Fahrenheit coming out, which if you look, it's about 22 degrees Celsius. And look, it just went down to 71.8 degrees Fahrenheit. I should say that I have this on high. It's on the turbo and the highest level of cooling, and this is what we are expecting. Right now, I've turned the air conditioning off in this room. I do feel cold or cool in front of this unit. It should be noted that although this is providing me cooling right in front of the unit, this is not a room air conditioner. It's a personal cooler, and these little swamp coolers work better in areas that are not humid. So if you have high humidity, these may not provide you the cooling that you're expecting, but right here in front of me, I can see using this in an office, and yeah, this can be cool as long as I can get some ice and water in there and the fan is just blowing at me. So just so you know, to have realistic expectations, this is not going to cool your room down. I've let this run in the room now for the past 30 minutes, and just so you're aware, I did turn the air conditioning off in the room, so right now it's just nothing. You can see coming out of the Arxtic Air Pure Chill 2.0, the temperature has actually dropped to 68.4 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's good news. I will say, however, the temperature in the room has gone up. It used to say 68 degrees Fahrenheit and 55% humidity. Now it says 60% humidity and 72 degrees Fahrenheit. So although I'm feeling cool in front of this fan, it's getting more humid in here and warmer over time. This has been running now for an hour, and I've been starting to see the temperature rise. The lowest I saw it get down to is 68 degrees Fahrenheit. You could also see that the room temperature raised an additional degree, and we also raised an additional percent in the humidity. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shut this off, freeze the filter, set it up with some ice water to see how cold we can get it to go and how long that cold will last before the temperature starts rising again. The Arxtic Air Pure Chill 2.0 has 7 fun colors to choose from. I would love to know which one is your favorite color. Post it down in the comments section. We'll see which one wins. Of course, this is the last one, which would be 8 technically, and this will just rotate through all the different colors. It's been a few hours since our last test. I wanted to take time to freeze this filter just so we can test that. You can see the new temperature in the room. I did crank the air conditioning at 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and of course the humidity is now at 50%. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the filter in, remembering to follow the airflow directions. I just recently dumped out all of the water because I wanted to start with new ice all the way up to the top. Of course, I froze the ice in that cup. And now, of course, we're going to fill our water in again. Now for the moment of truth, we're going to turn it on, full mist. See how cold we can get this thing down. And then, of course, what's going to happen to the temperature of the room over the next hour. It's been about 4 minutes, and you can see that the temperature is as low as 62.6. Right now it's about 63. It is chilly air coming out of here. I did turn the air conditioning off in the room, and so we're going to continue monitoring the temperature here. But I will say, with the frozen filter, it's definitely a lot colder than just with the ice water. I did not plan on checking in this soon. It's been about 10 minutes, and you can see that intense, that cool breeze coming out that was 62 or 63 degrees Fahrenheit has now gone up to 72 degrees Fahrenheit. This is disappointing. Let's see if I can show you this. So this filter, which was once frozen, let's see if I can just show you. I can just move it. It's now completely melted. It's not frozen at all. That's very disappointing. Like I said, it's only been 10 minutes. Of course, the humidity has gone up from 49%, and the temperature in the room has actually gone up a few degrees, and that's just in the first 10 minutes. Here we are at the 30-minute check-in. We've raised about 12 degrees Fahrenheit coming out of the Arctic Air Pure Chill 2.0, the humidity has gone up from 49% to 50%, and our room temperature has gone up 2 degrees over the last 30 minutes. Also, 30 minutes ago, this reservoir was once full of ice. Now it's mostly melted, just about a handful of ice cubes left. My thoughts will be in an hour, this will just be cold water. Here we are at the 1 hour mark, and we're going to wrap up this test, but there's something I wanted to make sure you're aware of. You can see like these droplets of water that are hanging right here on the vents. Well, I've noticed a few have hit the table here, and I've seen that before in other Arctic Air products, so just expect that. You can see our temperature after 1 hour coming out at 75 degrees Fahrenheit, which isn't so bad from the 30-minute mark. It only has gone up a degree, but then it's like 13 degrees since we started originally, and that is a change. I will say this still feels cool coming out. I see the mist, and so that part is still working. I think it's a pretty powerful fan. I will say I did just check, and there is no more ice in here. It's all melted, so it's just cold water. Of course, our room temperature has gone up to 73 degrees Fahrenheit, and our humidity is now at 57%. My thought is the reason behind that we didn't go up as high in temperature as we did earlier is I shot this part in the evening. The sun has gone down, where earlier we tested middle of the day. It was hot outside, and the rooms just get hotter, of course, during the middle of the day. So based on the time of the day you use this will also impact the temperature of your room and the temperature coming out of the Arctic Air Pure Chill 2.0. For the past hour, I've been running this on high with the mist on high. Actually, I've had the turbo on, and you can see that we're about 25% less water than we were when we started. So that means you'll get about 4 hours of use if you're running it on high. If you're trying to get that full 10 hours, you're going to have to run it on low and a minimal mist. In this video, we were taking a look at the new Arctic Air Pure Chill 2.0. And what did we think of it? Well, first things first, it retailed for right around $40, which is typical for a mini swamp cooler just like this when they first are released. We did point out the differences between the original Arctic Air Pure Chill and the new 2.0, and there are a few upgrades that are really, really cool. Now, as I said before, it needs to be noted that this is not a room air conditioner. It is only meant to keep you cool if you are directly in front of it, and that's within like 3 to 5 feet. The level of the cool will depend on if you're using ice cold water, ice cubes, and even freezing the filter, because that's how you get your most intense cooling. Now, as we saw in this video, that goes away relatively quickly, but even over a period of time of an hour or more, you're still getting a nice cool temperature coming through the fan, but it's not as cool as it was when it started. I should say, you're not supposed to run this without the filter like I am behind me, because that is getting water everywhere. So just be careful about that. As I said earlier, these type of products are more beneficial in areas that are not humid, because just by spraying the mist or the water, you add humidity to an area, and that can make things actually feel warmer. So if you live in an area that's dry or not humid, these things might work better for you than those of you that live in a humid environment. In the end, if you like the original Arctic Air Pure Chill, you are actually going to love this just because of the upgrades. And I'm talking about the power port, the extra power boost, even the ability to turn off the mist if you want to. Those are some pretty great upgrades, especially if you already like this product. That was my full review of the Arctic Air Pure Chill 2.0. If this is something that interests you, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. I want to talk a little bit about the filter. They actually say if you're not going to be using the Arctic Air Pure Chill for a very long period of time, to make sure you let this thing dry out. Otherwise, it could get mold, and you definitely don't want that. This is dishwasher safe, but they also recommend replacing it every 3 to 6 months if you are using it a lot. Let's get a quick zoom in there. They also have a website that you can go to purchase additional cartridges. I did find this interesting, the difference between the Arctic Air Pure Chills filter, this one, and the 2.0's filter, because it almost looks like they skimped out a little bit on the newer filters, and it gives way for more water maybe to escape through. Now, there might be some theory behind that with the engineering of this, but I think they skimped out a little bit. I tell you what, that is a cool breeze. Anyway, I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of the Arctic Air Pure Chill 2.0. You know what? We absolutely looked at the original Arctic Air Pure Chill, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link that video right up here. And I would love it if you would click on this link. And when you do, by the magic of the internet, I'm going to join you right here. So go ahead, click it. It's safe, I promise.